Hello and welcome to the penultimate episode of the TLT podcast. I am McCoy. I am joined by the co-host.
Okay, 2004.
Alright, and last time, there goes the top 4. Now we've whittled it down to the top 3.
Wow, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound like a lot happened.
Yeah. Well, we are coming up to the end of the TLTs, and everyone hopefully has gotten tilted by that point. So much so that everyone's not tuning in for the finals. I mean, look at my viewer count, basically for the past couple of weeks. But
Is it just progressively dropping?
It is just progressively dropping as each new week goes forward. Yes, thank you, woman. Thank you for reminding me of my dwindling relevancy. Anyway, last time we covered basically the rest of the games before the semifinals. And this week we're gonna cover the semifinals and see what happens. And things definitely did happen. Things definitely did happen oh so brightly. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling, shall we?
Yes.
First off, we have Rafna versus Wesh Papillon. And in the first game was Monotype.
Oh gosh.
Monotype was a very strange game. First off, some things happened.
No, as far as I'm concerned, that wasn't strange. Fairly normal game of Mons to me.
What do you mean? Look at the team choices. They were pretty, let's just say, it was sort of a mirror matchup. Because look at that, Mono Dragon versus Mono Dragon was played, and it was fairly awkward.
Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, what happened is basically just what happens in Mons.
This enough waffling. This game actually started off with Wesh's Latias managing to kill Rafna's Archaludon at the start, even with paralysis. Then his own Archaludon killing the Gouging Fire with Draco Meteor after tanking an Earthquake.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how Earthquake at +1 only did that much. Only did 45, not even half.
That just goes to show you how bulky Gouging Fire is. And
Archaludon,
sorry. Gouging Fire can't take hits for beans. I mean, look at that Draco Meteor just OHKOing it very easily. Dragapult then kind of had crucial moments happen. First off, the Dragapult missing the Draco Meteor on the Archaludon here at turn 14.
Hey, you're not gonna mention the first miss?
What first miss?
Turn 7?
Oh yeah, well, it was against the Gudra Hisui.
Yeah, but I don't think you realized that. That definitely didn't help Rafna at all, and that definitely only furthered Pap's advantage, because now look at how healthy that Gudra continues to be. When it could have been when it could have had like 1/3 of its health left if that Draco hit.
Well, Hack's advantage indeed. But then, turn 14 came the crucial one where Archaludon stayed in, but Dragapult missed the Draco Meteor, missing that chance to get a kill off, and so costing that Dragapult in return for Rafna.
Yeah.
And then the next turn didn't go much better because Latios also missed the Draco Meteor on the Archaludon, allowing for the chip damage before it eventually died to Draco Meteor. But still, that was just crazy.
Rafna be dropping the Dracos everywhere but the Archaludon.
Yeah, so Dragapult managed to kill that with Shadow Ball. Then, to further insinuate that Hax was unfortunately not on Rafna's side, Dragon Tail failed to hit the Latias on turn 19. Latias killed it in return, the Gudra Hisui. Unfortunately, couldn't get to phase it out. Well, after that, it was just as simple as Latias was the only mon left remaining in Rafna's side, and Kiram just kind of walled the Dragon Meteor, finish it off with a nice beam. Wesh won in Monotype in the strangest of fashion.
You can just call it what it is.
In the strangest yet most luck way imaginable.
Act!
I know. Yeah.
Although I still think Wish probably won the game anyway. He was at an advantage. He was becoming a problem.
And since it was a major problem for Rafna, he couldn't get things going, leading to Wesh just taking advantage of the poor sap. Alright, next game was Ubers.
This was, in my opinion, the best game of their set.
It was a pretty evenly paced set. First off, Rafna netting the first kill on Necrozma Duskmane with Eternatus's Dynamax cannon. But, well, kind of an interesting sequence happened in towards right around here. Turn 13, where Ting Lu had a Custap Berry. Custap Berry activated and tried to hit Clodsire with an Earthquake, but Ho-Oh switched in, and then Ho-Oh managed to burn Giratina Origin as punishment. Then after that, Eternatus managed to poison Ho-Oh to let it die to it and Bravebird recoil, whereas Lunala killed it in return, who also managed to crit Arceus Fairy with Moongeist Beam before dying to its judgment. And Rafna then Terra watered the Arceus Fairy before letting it get toxic by Clodsire, then managed to burn Wesh's Calyrex Ice with Will-O-Wisp, then killed it with Kyogre's Water Spout. However, and it seemed lost for Wesh, right? It seemed lost for Wesh given the matchup that he had.
Hey, did you mention turn 42?
Turn 42.
I think that was an incredibly crucial turn to this game.
Clodsire living the judgment.
Yes, and let it be known, you can see clear as day that was a roll.
12%. Unfortunate that
you can see just in the previous turn it did enough. It did 14%, which would have been enough to kill.
Yeah, and that
it only did 12% that time, so yeah, it was a roll. It lived, and thus Wesh got to poison the Arceus, and I'm of the opinion this may have won him the game right there.
Which, unfortunately for Rafna, that gave Wesh an out to basically let it recover the next turn. So, yeah, that was really unfortunate.
I don't know how unfortunate it truly was. I mean, we don't know
he got to recover at the turn 51. Got to recover by that point once the fish was switched out in favor of Koraidon. But yeah, that was really bad. And yeah, Wesh was just left to Alamamola and Clodsire, basically pivoting and switching out multiple times, with Clodsire eventually letting Arceus die to friggin' poison. And then, towards the end, you think that Wesh... You think, okay, maybe Koraidon will do something, right? To finally give Rafna some sort of advantage.
Yeah, when I saw Koraidon starting to outrage and stuff, I thought, oh, this might be game for Wesh.
But, fortunately for him, the Alamamola was Terra Fairy, so denying that outrage and eventually wish stalling and letting the Koraidon die to Flare Blitz recoil and its Rocky helmet. And then Clodsire finished the Kyogre off with Earthquake, winning Wesh the game.
Rafna played this pretty well. I think he did everything right for the most part.
They did say he choked in this game.
Well, it's not like Alomomola is a very common Ubersmon.
Not really, no.
Maybe he didn't know it's Terra.
Yeah, Terra Fairy Alamamola, here to stop the Koraidons from running rampant. So yeah, he played this very well, but Wesh also played this very well.
They both played this very well, and it really came down to the last mon on each side with a Specs, I believe it's Specs, with a Specs Kyogre staring down a Clodsire.
Yes.
That's normally not a position you want to be in, but it was thanks to all the chip, the little bits of chip from Wesh's attacks, like Earthquake and Play Rough, and the one spike that led to the conditions that he would win by surviving an Ice Beam, and the Kyogre being low enough to die to an Earthquake.
Yes, so he got his positioning right towards the end, and Wesh fully took advantage of that and won.
Very close game.
Next up was LC, which, oh boy, can we say the polar opposite? So
maybe.
This one was weird. This one was really weird. Sanjuro Lola, despite being paralyzed, managed to set up Swords Dance and even tank Marini's Sludge Bomb while it Terra Fairied to beat it with Earthquake.
I have to wonder, on the turn it full parried, what do you think it went for?
Frick if I know. I don't know. Probably Rapid Spin again? Maybe? I don't know.
If it went for Earthquake, then that was a very unfortunate para.
He still got it off.
Yeah, but he wouldn't. But if he went for Earthquake on the turn he full parried, he wouldn't.
That would have been a really unfortunate. Yeah, it would have been a terrible time for Wesh for.
Then the Marini would have just died, and the Sandshrew would have taken very little damage.
It would have been a very terrible time to switch in Marini at that point. Yes. So. It died to Mean Fu shortly after both Volibis died. And yeah.
Wait. Can we talk about the Volibis?
What do you want to talk about them?
Did you happen to notice what Pap's Volibi was running?
Let's see. Knockoff dual wing beat with weak armor?
Dual wing beat, yes.
Dual wing beat? I mean, honestly, I genuinely want to know what it is for.
Maybe it's the fact that maybe it's for dealing with other Volibis without recoil damage.
I guess.
Because it being multi-hit means you activate weak armor, you make the opposing Volibile a bit weaker, and then you hit it again for
But-
even more damage.
But the low power, dude, the low power is gonna be like, especially because Volibile is notably tanky in LC, especially when an Eviolite would be still around. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't like recoil moves. I don't know.
I don't know. I genuinely want to know. So, Wesh's Meanfu then killed Mudbray. Because it was the notable set that you were talking about, a choice band Reckless Meanfu.
Yeah, based on the fact that Wesh didn't play it as if it were Scarf, and the very high amounts of damage it was dealing, that seems to be Banded Reckless.
Which is an interesting choice. Rafna then counteracted by killing Gurki with his own Meanfu. Doing the Woodhammer damage very nicely. Marini then critted Tinkatink with Surf on turn 20, allowing for the kill shortly after. Losing its Eviolite though in the process, but turn 26. Okay, I was kinda like, what? I was kinda freaking out when I saw this. Meanfu missed a high jump kick, and Marini dodged it, but then Marini was fully paralyzed. That would have been real bad if one of these things didn't happen, and the other opposing side would get to attack the opposing side. So
it's still pretty bad because now the Meanfu has lost half of its health, and that's not recoverable.
Yeah, Marini could have just surfed or sludge bombed its way to a potential KO, but yeah, I guess Rafna breathed a sign of relief that it managed to it was fully paralyzed, and Marini didn't have much luck.
I don't know how much of a sigh of relief he breathed because you would think Wesh would probably go for it again next turn, right?
Yeah, it would probably.
He didn't, but you would think, right?
I would think so, yeah. Especially because it did 52 on normally. Anyway, so yeah, Marini then got paralyzed twice, and Munchlax got to heal itself off, rest talk, and killed it with body slam, body splam to kill the Marini. Then Terra Dragon to basically do more body to get more hits in, try to do curse on it, and Rafna got to kill off the Munchlax with Meanfu, and
maybe cursing there was what Wesh meant when he said he choked that.
He did say oops when it happened, so
or just switching out the Meanfu when in theory I don't think there was anything wrong with going for another high jump kick, apart from the fear of missing it again.
That's true. And Stunky eventually killed Meanfu, leading to Rafna taking LC. So Wesh took mono, Rafna took LC, tit for tat.
Well, yeah, something pretty similar happened in the other set, didn't it?
Yeah. Crazy to think that both sets had, that sort of instance happen. And then OU came, and Rafna brought stall.
Hard stall,
and Wesh just brought
the kind of stall that makes me go, ew.
Ew, indeed. But Wesh managed to outplay this to an extent. It took a while, but it managed to get off what it needed to do very nicely. First off, the Ogerpon tried to set up early on against Hydrapple, causing significant damage to it via the play rough, and tried to horn leech it, which I get. He was trying to maybe switch into Don. Maybe he was trying to predict that
I
Dondozo.
think he was trying to call a Dondozo switch in.
Yeah, but Dondozo did come in the turn after and Terra fighting to do body press damage in return. A lot of it. Then
the turn after? Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was the turn after. Then came some of the more interesting points where, the Heatran, it was the Heatran versus the Clodsire debacle, where Clodsire brought Bulldoze, Heatran had Will-O-Wisp, and managing to burn it.
Clodsire versus Heatran, isn't this fairly late in the... Oh, no, never mind, it's actually fairly early.
It was fairly early, and it was an interesting turn of events. Clodsire trying to bulldoze it and trying to heal itself off with Recover while doing damage with Bulldoze. It was a very interesting turn of events. Also, it was trapped by Magma Storm, so I couldn't really switch out until turn 46. But after 20 more turns of just pivoting out, switching, and trying to get in some good positioning in, turn 67 happened. Turn 67 where the Blissey was trapped by the Heatran's Magma Storm. Then burned into Will-O-Wisp to cause residual damage to it and Magma Storm, combining and crippling Blissey at that point. And yeah, just Earth Power, Magma Storm, killing eventually Blissey after a while. Leaving off with 2 Magma Storms on Wesh's side. I was also keeping track of the PP Wesh had for his Heatran. So after a while, then it did that. Then he wasted all his Magma Storms right here, but got the necessary off by trapping Hydrapple with Magma Storm. Then Will-O-Wisp to burn it to do less body press damage. And then just trap damage itself killed Hydrapple, and Ralphna forfeited by turn 83.
Yeah, I have to wonder, I have to wonder what his, thought process was for this, because, I don't know.
Could he have played it a bit differently?
Hard to say. I guess he, I don't know. Could he have sent in Aloma Mola into it instead and just, flip turned out?
Oh yeah, maybe Olomomola would have been a better switch in because it has flip turn and can. Well, it did have Will-O-Wisp, but then again, Olomomola doesn't care about that because it's got pretty petty attack. So it's a lot of factors. It's definitely a lot of factors that came into consideration why Ralphna switched in the way he switched in. So
also, I'm gonna guess that the Gliscor maybe didn't have Earthquake, because that would have been another obvious switch in if so.
Yes, he didn't. So yeah, that was...
Yeah, Ralphna played this kind of, a little weird.
Yeah, and that caused him to lose 3-1 to Wesh Papillon, who moves on to the grand finals as the winner's representative. Well done, Wesh. So, who meets Ralphna? The winner of Terracotta versus Polo Ariosto, of course. And Terracotta won in, admittedly, a very strange series.
Okay, yeah, now this one was actively strange. And you know what's unfortunate?
what is
It
unfortunate.
could have been even stranger if it went to 5 games and we saw NU get played.
Oh boy, I did. I don't think I've seen the team. Maybe you did show me the team, but yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah, it was an unusual team.
Oh boy, can't wait to see that. Anyway, Ubers. First off, starting with Ubers, where we saw some shed tail offense from the worst Pokemon in Gen 9. Still not gonna live it down. Still not gonna
You
live it
hate
down.
Earthworm, huh?
I'm never gonna live it down. Never gonna live it down, man. Now people are gonna come after me with Earthworm pictures. So
Yes, they are. You set yourself up for it, I'm afraid.
no one's gonna care because I'm not gonna say it anyway. Anyway, yeah. So first off, we have Clodsire shaking off Grimmsnarl's taunt attempt via the Mental Herb, which largely went unnoticed, but it was turn 1.
I mean, setting up that toxic spike is
Very crucial.
really good long run, yeah.
Yeah, very crucial in the long run. When Polo then set up Reflect and Shed.
Actually, I would say it was crucial in the long run, but I guess that's not really how this game turned out, is it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Polo did manage to get himself some legit good spots, like for example, reflecting with Grimmsnarl and managing to shed tail with Earthworm to let Necrozma come in and set up the Swords Dance, and then the Trick Room, and then the Sunsteel Strike crit on the Arceus Fairy. It was already set up when it was fully set up, the Iron Defense and the Calm Mind. That he was fully set up for the sweep. However, this Necrozma, once it got Trick Room up and managed to go first on turn 13, boom, the Oko crit. So
yeah, you wanna know how this game would have gone had that crit not happened?
how would this game had happened if the crit did not happen? Go on, Pokeheart.
Well, to put bluntly, Terra would have won.
With a sweep Arceus Fairy?
Yeah, you wanna know how?
How?
Well, you see, the turn he got crit, he was gonna recover, he confirmed.
He was gonna recover.
Yeah, so he would have been perfectly healthy by the end of the turn.
That's true,
and then
because
he would have terra'd into Terra Fire.
That's true, because he went second under Trick Room, so recovering there would have been the correct choice to possibly, scout out some potential things. And then, yeah, Terra Fire, you said?
Terra Fire.
Terra Fire to hopefully kill off the Necrozma. But, yeah. Things didn't...
And I mean, here we got a bulky Arceus Fairy. I mean, I'm pretty sure most Arceus Fairy are bulky, but like, we got a real bulk. Yeah. We got a bulky Arceus Fairy. Most Arceus Fairy are pretty physically bulky. So,
they are.
Yeah, once it Terra Fired, what the hell was gonna be able to kill it?
Bro was perfectly in the position to do the sweepy sweep. But, yeah, that crit definitely mattered. And, yeah, what was Terra gonna do? Try to switch in, switch out with Lando with Intimidate? That seemed to be his only option, but...
No, he didn't have any real options, really.
Yeah, that seemed to be his only, strategy moving forward. But unfortunately, just Necrozma, just getting that crit definitely ruined Terra's momentum. And, yeah.
It literally just cost him the game, Mikoi. This isn't about momentum.
Or it cost him the game, if you want to put it bluntly.
Yeah, there was no momentum to be spoken of after that crit. It was just lost.
Loss after loss after loss. Well, actually, no. It was just
Talk
the
about
one loss.
momentum after that would be
Asinine.
like talking about how fast a car's going after it already lost the race.
Yeah. Next up is PU. Okay. We gotta talk about this one. Polo, Polo just seems to never fail to surprise us with his tech. Why? Turn 2. Arcanine had Solar Beam. Power Herb Solar Beam, which killed Gastrodon in one fell swoop.
And I have to wonder how much that does from full. Okay, so from full, it was only a 6% chance to KO, actually.
A 6% chance to OHKO, so getting in that range was actually pretty good.
Well, that is if it was Jolly Arcanine, which we don't know. It might not have been.
We don't know exactly. That's the thing.
Basically, if it was a minus special attack Arcanine, it has 6% chance to KO. However, since it was chipped, but with
Flare Blitz, yeah.
Yeah, that was guaranteed.
Yeah, okay.
It does 85 minimum.
So getting in that range again with Flare Blitz benefited him after all. So
Yep.
So yeah, then came, Terra counteracting with Tatsugiri beating the Decidueye with Draco Meteor after Polo chipped it with Shadow Sneak, which at the time was a curious play, but thinking about it more.
What do you mean? He knew his Decidueye was dead.
I know. At the time I thought, well, why couldn't you switch it out? No, it totally makes sense because he wants to preserve his other mons, of course, especially this Magneton.
I don't think he did a terribly good job, to be honest.
He did?
I mean, he let it get surfed.
True. But, Swalot did its job then by poisoning the Rhydon with Toxic. Then Rhydon did manage to kill Tatsugiri before dying to Decidueye's triple arrows, who then Terra-fighting to beat the Arcanine.
Yeah, I think we were both shocked when we saw that straight up kill.
Yeah, it surprised us that when we were reacting to it live.
Like, damn, we knew it would do plenty, but we didn't realize that would be enough from that range.
Mm-hmm. Then Swalot managed to poison the Tatsugiri, which, after Decidueye died to Magneton via the Thunderbolts, Bombardier then comes in, Brave Birds the Sneeze Hisui, and Sucker Punched the Magneton before Sucker Punching the Tatsugiri in order to win the game for Terracotta.
According to Terra, I think he said Polo choked this game like crazy.
It did?
Yeah, because I remember Terra saying after winning this game, he's like, I should not have won that.
I wonder what Polo could have done differently. It would have been
I wonder what would have happened if he didn't let the
Magneton
get surfed and put it into Sucker Punch range.
Yeah. Bombardier wouldn't have, Sucker Punch wouldn't have. And it's also because it's a Scarf Magneton, meaning that,
Yeah, Sucker Punch is always gonna hit.
Yeah.
because that sets probably 4 attacks, like Flash Cannon, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and probably Terra Blast.
True. So yeah, that was game 2. Game 3 was a bit more... oh, yeah, this game. This game was a bit more, interesting. So...
Yeah, Terra brought a bit of an interesting team, and it definitely paid off.
Yeah. We were thinking at the start of team preview, we were like, question mark, question mark, question mark, what the
Yeah,
heck?
I think the way this game was played and the teams were like, what?
Terra is definitely setting himself up for failure, right? But he didn't.
Little did I know he was playing 4D chess.
He was big braining. He did the 5-head plays and the big brain moves in order to get the leverage here. First off, Tinkatink, having pickpocket, got to steal off Minfu's Eviolite. And
yeah, because it was Balloon Tinkatink.
Mm-hmm. And then, Magmi went ahead and belly drummed Flame Charge, which you think, oh no, that is going to absolutely kill poor Terracotta. And of course, the Terra Normal Body Slam didn't help OHKOing the Slowpoke.
Yeah, what?
That is some advanced tech that I don't know about.
No, literally, because I'm pretty sure Dwayne literally said,
Holy advance.
Yes, as in Holy Gen 3.
Holy Gen 3. And, Terra Ghost Minfu then came in and tried to high jump it, but Magby also had Protect, which was very bad. Then, yeah.
No, it's not the worst thing. The Minfu as Regenerator.
It is not the worst thing, you're right. And, yeah. So, after that, Magby just tried to play Sucker Punch mind games with Stunky before eventually losing the Sucker Punch mind games on turn 15. Then came the weird. And if you thought that is weird, get a load of these. Like Stunky dying to a crit air slash, allowing Terra Ghost Minfu to just come in and set up Sword Stance, where it got to basically sweep off the rest of Polo's team. Like, even though it got spored, yes, by Fungus, having to wake up at a good time to win against the Minfu was very, very good. And then getting off the Mudbray. Then Tentacle got to finish off the Fungus, yes. Before setting up Ice Beam. And then Minfu then survived a crit Hydro Pump to beat the Chinchou with knockoff for Terra to win. Very strange game.
But very well played on Terra's end.
Surprisingly so.
Yeah, it was explained by the point that Minfu was set up and asleep, Polo's only hope of winning after that was actually getting a 3-turn sleep.
So he would have killed the Minfu, then be left with the Toad School.
Yeah, but also, it was even when Polo only had Chinchou left, it was in theory still possible to win.
You think?
Well, yeah, he would just need to win like 2 out of 3 speed ties.
Can't believe it comes down to that.
Say if he moves before the Toad School does, well, that's a dead Toad School. It doesn't get to Earth Power it. Say it then moves before the say it then, well, I suppose the first turn versus the Mean Foo wouldn't matter because it probably lives whatever hit it dishes out.
Yeah.
But the second turn, if it were to win the speed tie against the Mean Foo and presumably hit both hydro pumps, well, yeah, I think that's one for Polo, but that was his only out by that point.
Yes.
He could have only won through luck by the time that Mean Foo woke up. No, by the time that Mean Foo was asleep.
Alright. And then the last game, well, game 4 at the time, was Yu.
I'm pretty sure it's game 4 all the time because it's just game 4.
Yeah, it's just the 4th game. Duh.
Yeah, it wasn't just the 4th game at the time.
It was the 4th game overall. So first off, the Heatran managed to burn off the Tornadus with the friggin' Flame Body, and also Terra Fairy to resist any potential attacks from Quaquaval in order to burn it with Flame Body when it was U-turning out.
Flame Body went a little crazy here.
It did went a little crazy, but because it Terra Fairied, it didn't really have some sort of resist against the Enamorus, where yes, it managed to stealth rocket, but having that double resist, made him susceptible to the Draining Kiss and eventually died.
Oh yeah, by the time the Enamorus came out, I realized that Terra's team has a pretty major weakness to it.
Especially when Heatran Terra gaining its only resist. His only resist against Heatran, well, unless it was carrying Earth Power or something, but still. So yeah, Terra then played on the back foot for quite a while during this game, losing Donphan.
Yeah, he had to sack 2 of his Mons to Enamorus, basically.
So Donphan died to Enamorus, and Latios got to kill the Zarude. Oh no, Zarude got to kill the Latios.
Yeah, the Latios didn't deal enough damage to kill the Zarude.
Yes, but Poltegeist was Terra's saving grace, swept.
We should also note that Terra was running a Scarf Quaquaval.
He is. Interesting. So, yeah, Poltegeist then come in, then Shell Smash, and then swept through the rest, even beating a Terra Steel Metagross by a crit, but I'm kind of surprised. Was Polo not running Bullet Punch?
Most Metagross don't, to my knowledge. They usually run like Heavy Slam, Psychic Fangs, Knockoff, Earthquake.
Bullet Punch would have been pretty good when dealing with things like the Poltegeists here, especially the Shell Smash variants.
Do we even know if that killed?
It's Terra Steel.
Yeah, but it's still Bullet Punch without Technician.
Yeah, it's not Technician boosted Bullet Punch. I get that, but unless it's a banded Metagross, then yeah, that really wouldn't do much.
Now, it really runs more of a combination of Psychic Fangs, Knockoff, Heavy Slam, and usually Stealth Rock, I guess.
That makes more sense than Earthquake.
Though it's possible it's running a 4th attack if Clodsire's the Rock Setter.
True. Yeah, what?
Yeah, Mikoi, Bullet Punch did not kill.
Really? Even at this range, you Terra Steel?
Mikoi, it's fairly healthy. It's at 78, and let's see, Bullet Punch, assuming I have the right Metagross spread, does like 43 to 52.
Wow, that is criminal. Well, it better be a banded Metagross if anything. But
No.
yeah, but it didn't go for it. That's why I am doubtful that it runs choice band.
Of course it's not. It's probably the bulky
Yeah, the
attacker
lefties.
Metagross, which usually runs leftovers.
Lefties Metagross. Yes, you're right. You're right. So
Yeah. See, Polo terrored that so it would live, and he planned on probably heavy slamming it.
Yeah, then it got critted. It got critted with a Shadow Ball. So in the end,
Yeah, I just want to say that crit did matter.
Did matter.
Because hold on, let me about 66 to 78 max.
Ouch.
But it's guaranteed to kill with a crit,
Ouch.
which it did.
Ouch. Yeah, that was really bad, and Polo ended up losing to the Poltergeist, getting stored powered every which way, being beaten by the teacup. So, well done.
See, if not for that crit, that'd be a dead Poltergeist, because that Metagross would have used Heavy Slam, and that kills it like 1.3 times over.
Oh, definitely, because there's just
or 1.5 times over. It's a range like that.
True, and considering the mons that Terra had left, dead Poltergeist, then Quackval would probably die to the Enamorous, and so would Zarude actually. Yeah.
Zarude was in range for Shadow Ball. According to what Calcdex was saying, it wasn't a 100% chance to kill, it was more like a 68.8% chance. But that's fairly good odds.
That is fairly good odds. So 69%, nice. Anyway, yeah.
So in theory, if Terra got a little unlucky there, we might be looking at a different game.
Very, very true, woman. And yeah, that ends Polo's run in TLT. And gotta say, this man definitely outperformed a lot of people's expectations of him.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but I think that's a bit of a trend with Polo, actually. I mean, we remember the stuff he was pulling in BLT 1 year, right?
Yes. 1 year ago or this year?
Probably
this year, actually.
I don't think it. No, wasn't it like? Wasn't it 2023?
Oh, last year. Okay. Yeah, he brought some
Because
crazy
he was on the Laprases, but I don't. MJ's team didn't play this year, did they?
No, they did not.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, well done to Polo Aerial. Still, again, he started off kind of meh, kind of okay-ish at the first couple of rounds, but starting like round 5, he got good. He got real good. So definitely some more room for improvement there, and yeah, hopefully we'll see him again next year. So there's only really 2 predictions last the week. So do you want to announce who won?
There's nothing to announce because there is no winner.
There is no winner. All 3 of us won, I think, right? Because we predicted the exact same people.
Yeah, exactly. We all predicted the exact same combination. We all predicted Wesh to win. We all predicted Terra to win. And they both did. So we all got 2 for 2.
100.
So no one won.
No one won, but also no one lost. Congratulations, everyone. Equal rights.
Wait, no, I think Colored Name lost.
That's the only real L taker in this one. Wow.
Yeah, because he predicted Polo to win.
Yikes. All right. Well, there you go. That was a predict from last week. Now let's move on to the losers finals. Losers finals will decide who will face Wesh Papillon in the TLT Grand Finals on Christmas.
The grand finals are on Christmas?
Well, it wouldn't take place on Christmas Day, but it is Christmas week when it takes place.
Oh, for the love of...
I don't know why. I don't know why Dan decided to do losers bracket finals here and then not have Wesh take the winner against the winner of the losers bracket finals right in this week as well to give people a Christmas break. I don't know.
You just don't want them to play during Christmas week.
Yes, I just want this tour to be over too. Goddamn.
What is with you? Like, thinking about it a whole week before, like, calling it Christmas week? And you don't see me calling it, you don't see me, I don't see anyone doing this for any other holiday. It's only Christmas.
Yeah, well, it is Christmas week. You just gotta have to live with that.
No, I don't. That's the thing.
I know. So, losers bracket finals. So, Rafna versus Terracotta. This one is going to be... Again, you did mention last week that whoever loses between Wesh and Rafna is going to have to face Terracotta because Terracotta's game went first. Either one of those two would have been a real good match for Terracotta.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that had it been Wesh probably wins that.
Oh, you're thinking it's gonna be like easy? I don't know.
What do you mean? Are you saying I'm saying that Wesh would have beaten Terra easily?
Like 3-0?
Well, no, you're putting words in my mouth. I never said anything of the sort. I just said I think he'd win.
Okay, 100% win confirmed. But Rafna versus Terracotta is a lot more close.
I agree. This is a lot closer.
Yeah, Rafna versus Terracotta is genuinely like closer than a lot of people would like to imagine. I know people already in the thread are already pulling for Rafna to win. Terracotta is going as, a favorite, at least. But Rafna's a good man. Rafna has had some incredible wins and has been killing it in the winner's bracket before succumbing to Wesh in the winner's finals last week. And guess what? People? We're probably going to get Rafna versus Terracotta earlier than a lot of people would like to imagine because they're playing on Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. +1.
Oh, this isn't in the scheduling sheet.
Well,
or wait, is it? Let me look.
I posted it.
Never mind, it is.
And the tiers that they're going to be playing are Ubers, OU, PU, RU, and Monotype. Ooh, indeed. No LC, no doubles, no UU to be featured in sight. So, what do you think?
I think, are you asking me who I think will win?
Yes.
Wow.
Getting straight to the point.
Straight up.
Getting straight to the point. Who do you think wins?
Well, let's see. I should think Terra takes Ubers.
You think?
Supposing nothing unruly happens.
You should think. Remember what happened last week.
Rafna's fairly good in Ubers, but But if Tara brings a good team and plays well, he probably wins.
Mm-hmm. So,
OU.
OU? OU is going to be tough. I think both are equally skilled, IMO.
Honestly, as long as Tara doesn't bring a team and one of his team members doesn't have a move he thinks it has, basically if another brain situation doesn't happen, then I think Tara could take that.
Ooh, alright. PU.
I'm not going to really explain why, because I don't want to give either player information.
don't be the double scout for both of these. But yeah, this one should be interesting.
Well, I've heard that Rafna is actually good at PU. Tara seems better.
Straight up, 100%.
Yeah, Tara's very good PU, as we've seen.
Yes, we have seen that.
I have no idea who wins RU.
I also have zero idea. I don't think we've seen both players really play RU. Even in this tour, did they?
I don't know. Let me look. RU once, at least once.
Mm-hmm. Tara did play RU.
That was versus How Play Pokemon.
Which, well, that isn't really. Rafna played RU.
Well, actually, did he? So in round 4 he faced Polo, yeah? One of their tiers was RU, but I don't recall if they actually played it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think Rafna won that in 2.
Rafna's avoided RU for almost every matchup.
Played RU in this tour.
Wow, we have yet to see a truly capable Rafna in RU. Jeez. So he's managed to avoid that. And of course, Monotype, we all know, friggin' it's really Monotype. It's a heads or tails who can really win. But we've seen Rafna do well in Monotype, but last week wasn't the very best indicator of that.
Oh wait, Rafna did play RU versus Polo.
Oh, okay. Did he win though?
Game 3.
Okay. So Rafna, we have seen Rafna play. However, we've only seen them once. Also Tara, we've only seen once. So it really is just an elusive team.
And Tara's showing wasn't exactly that great.
So it really is an elusive tier for both individuals here. So RU could be a decider.
In theory, yeah, but let's not say Tara can't take mono, because clearly if he just brings a good team matchup and plays it, or even a neutral team and plays it well, he could probably take it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to really prep though against Rafna. Yeah, and we've seen evident, and Tara has said this publicly in the past 2 weeks. He's been phoning it in, basically.
Oh yeah, he's doing the same thing this week. He ain't prepping.
Yeah, he ain't. He is totally phoning it in. So it just really depends on what he loads. Okay, what he's got already in the bag, and what he loads is going to be pretty important, very crucial. course, in my
Oh,
opinion.
his team choices last week were good.
It was. So it could scare Ravna a bit. So
Yeah, I think this will really come down to the team choices.
true. So who do you think wins? It's close. It is extremely, extremely close. Who do I think wins? Alright. Personally, really, this is a 50-50 woman because Tara takes Ubers, OU, evenly paced, Terracotta PU, RU monos, very elusive. Again, this is just very, or Rafna as well, like monotype, yes, for an OU, sure. I don't know. It's really evenly paced between these two. It's very, very close. But with a slight edge, I think I'm gonna go with Terracotta.
Whoa!
With a
Okay.
slight edge to Terracotta. Maybe because.
Well, what if I told you? What if I told you? I'm also going Terracotta.
Oh, I thought you would disagree. Honestly, I was gonna be like, okay, you go first. I'll be the decider. No, I'll be the one who opposes against you. But honestly, personally speaking, like after we've seen from the past couple of years, I think Terracotta's got the stronger game than Rafna. Even though Rafna is good, he has breezed through the winners bracket for a reason. Terracotta, I think, is going to be a little bit more, it's going to be a little bit more focused towards the games.
Hard to say that, but
also, well, that's not
like I said,
enough.
I really think that this will come down to the teams.
Oh, hell yeah.
And between the two of them, I think Terra tends to have better teams.
Oh yeah, and that's not us like bashing Rafna or anything. Again, Rafna can bring strong teams if he chooses to, but he's gonna
it's
have
just
to.
that Terra brings good stuff.
Yeah, Terra does bring good stuff, and that's why we picked Terracotta on a slight edge. I will not be surprised if Rafna wins.
Oh yeah, skill-wise, they're probably about equal.
Yeah,
Hell, there could even be a slight edge to Ravna in terms of skill, but I think it really depends on tier.
Yeah, and how the game actually goes, like how the ebb and flow goes.
Yeah, but I do think the ultimate decider is still the teams they bring.
Yep. So that one should be, again, very interesting, a very interesting choice. And who does pick say?
The pick says Terracotta.
Wow, we all are in agreement. So it's pacifista for the past 2 rounds for all 3 of us.
Yeah, so now there's just one question. What's color Name gonna pick?
Oh. You should bring in like a whole page document for that. You should honestly predict a whole page document. Post a long thread, IMO. But yeah, that should be very interesting. I hope I can catch this game live, but it does it is on working hours for me, so I'm a little gonna be behind, so and we
I'll make sure I catch this game live.
But I will make sure to absolutely I will make absolute sure to catch this game live myself. But yeah, should be an interesting one. And Wesh, you're gonna have a real strong opponent next week. Better be prepared, boy.
Yeah, either way, he's facing a strong opponent, but I mean, if Rafna wins, then I think I don't think he'll be quite as worried because like he's beaten Rafna before.
Yes, he can beat Rafna before and he plans on doing it again. Terracotta though.
I'd worry a bit more about Terracotta. He's a bit unpredictable with what he brings.
Hell yeah. So that would make more of an interesting finals, but I am counting on the games to really like push them. Also, this is gonna happen like literally after this video gets posted. So congratulations, guys. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you wouldn't miss a video once it comes out. And we'll see you next week, Christmas week, where we talk about Losers Bracket Finals and the Grand Finals for TLT. We are coming at the end, y'all. Who's going to be the champion? Alright. Anyway.
I mean, I already have an opinion on who I think is going to be champion, but I'm not going to say it.
Next week, we'll say it. But until then, this has been...
I'm not. I don't think I'm even going to say... Oh, wait. Well, I guess I will indirectly because we'll be predicting for grand finals.
Yes, we are. But until then, this has been McCoy signing out.
Adios.